Hey guys, it's me Falcor. Welcome back to another video. Go ahead, Heli.
It's me.
And it's me. It's Heli mod. In today's video, basically we're just going to be ranking cheeseburger items because it's cool.
Yeah, I could go for a cheeseburger right now. If only they still sold them.
But they don't.
Well, they should.
Okay.
Here we go. A tier for aKidz.
A tier for aKidz. Personally,
Yeah.
I'd agree, to be honest. I like the design of it. I don't know if he has any cool animations in game. However,
No, he's pretty much your typical Sneevil. However, he was one of the first few non-member pets.
that makes him cool. It makes him a cool dude, and he deserves A tier. Okay, second of all, we have this blue Undead legend, which was chosen. Yeah,
Poor
there's
Dage.
two versions. Yeah, poor Dage indeed. There's two versions. This blue one here is the original, and then it was revamped to actually look somewhat better. Personally, I'd give the revamp one a C tier. I still don't like it, but it looks better than the original. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree. C tier is bare minimum for the light blue one.
Yeah. And then I look at this ultra blue, which has super terrible color choices. I'd give this the worst possible choice ever. I don't know why it was chosen, first of all. Like, what went through the head to go, I really like this. And then I see it in game and I go, wow, that was awful.
I really like the color blue. Blue is my favorite color.
However, for this, I cannot say that I like the color blue.
Yeah, if that was the original color, which I didn't even think about, that makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the original color looks awful. And even the revamped one doesn't look that good. So...
And it's like, I believe Dage just made, or he recently made the design too. And to have to color it, like, what is that? Blue? Like the bluest of blues?
What a poor dude. What a poor dude. As far as I know as well, because of the Undead Legend, doesn't the Undead Legend have like some pretty cool lightning animations?
Yeah.
I don't think this has any. It doesn't have like the shoulder spikes. I don't know if the dude asked for them not to be there, but it is literally just a plain armor with no animations or anything, and it's so boring. The next one, the Aussie Opera House right here. Personally, I love it. I think it's pretty cool, partially because, you know, I saw it in game a bunch back in the day. I didn't get it. However, I think it's a really neat design, obviously going off of the Sydney Opera House. The rooms are actually really nice. I think there's like 5 or 6 rooms in the house, which are really decently sized. And it's got a nice view for like windows and stuff. What do you think about it, Heli?
I'm gonna have to disagree on that. I think that when they base stuff off of IRL locations, it's hit or miss, but they really chose a place in Australia. And if you did not know, I have beef with Australia. It's not even upside down.
You're right. You're right. What a missed opportunity that is, to be honest. It's not even upside down. How could they? What would you give it? What would you give it?
I would put it in B tier if I had
A B
to.
tier for the beef with Australia you have.
Yeah. Darkside, huh? I think that Darkside is S tier. And
Why
the
do you
reason
think
why
so?
isn't it because, or it's not because it's edgy, but it's because it's one of the few classes that you can actually have a pet on. And the pet was really cool.
I think that's pretty good reasoning, to be honest. I used to see this back in the day. First of all, I thought the armor for the class and the class design looked really cool. Second of all, the pet thing, just seeing the Darkside like direwolf in game was one of those things where I just kind of got a bit jealous, obviously because I missed Darkside. However, it was a pretty cool pet. The class design, pretty cool. I think when I look at classes now and I think, oh, pet or Beastmaster-esque classes, Darkside is one where I definitely go, yeah, that was probably one of the best designed ones in my opinion. Especially for back in like 2013 or whenever it was.
Very cool design, very cool abilities. Not very strong, but for a class, for a golden cheeseburger, it was well worth it if you got a hold of it.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is going to be Knave 1's Interfector Deorum or something like that, as far as I remember the name. I think the armor itself looks really cool. The dude also got like apparently a storyline to go to his thing and a shop as well in Battle On, or what's the map called? The castle which kind of got burnt down. Before it got burnt down, he's there.
I don't know what that map's called, but it's in Doomwood. I know that much.
It's a very OG map, and you know, I think overall the set actually looks really cool. Personally, I'd probably give it an A tier. I really liked the design back in the day. What do you think?
Honestly, I'd give it an S tier because it's one of the few good themed Milton armors that actually looks good. And it's not just because it's a Milton armor, but it's, I don't know, it just has a special place in my heart because I really like the design of the armor.
I think the armor looks really nice. I think as well, I'll put it in high A tier just because, you know, right, and in between.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that the dude got like his own little storyline to it as well, and his own NPC, obviously. I think it was just a really good IODA. I think it's a really good golden cheeseburger choice. Personally, I probably would have never thought of something like this if I ever did win the contest. However, you know, he's in game for eternity. He'll always be there. Okay, so the final thing is going to be Undead Goat class. Heli is going to go first for this because he has a story to tell, so go ahead.
So, back in 2015, 2014, I forget when this came out, I was in a guild called Sanctus, and we had a member called Noobstein. Well, guess who won the golden cheeseburger contest? Noobstein. As for why he chose Undead Goat remains to be seen, but the dude is really cool, and I haven't talked to him in a couple years, but I hope he's doing alright. I would put it in C tier.
Honestly, I'd completely agree. First of all, pretty cool story. I'd never expect you to know the dude personally. I think he chose Undead Goat. I feel like at the time, it was when like it was Goat Simulator was an actual thing. So maybe it was something to do with that, I can imagine so. First of all, it's a terrible class. The design, I love it. I love the design, I think it looks pretty cool. However, it doesn't work. It's just fighter. It's fighter class. Or warrior more so.
The armor doesn't match anything either.
Yeah, partially because he's an undead goat. However, it's one of those things where it was a nice choice until I realized that the class was terrible. Until I realized it was like, oh, this is the most awful thing I've ever seen. I was like, oh, well, that's great. And then I was very disappointed.
Darkside had style.
Darkside did have style.
Goat was just that, an undead goat. Like, what could they possibly do with that in terms of a class?
I think the worst thing is as well, for the time it was made, it was one of those times where you're starting to see at least some cool animations to go along with classes. This class, because it was just a warrior duplicate, had no cool animations, because, I mean, you even have like, what is it? Is it the exploding kitten which creates a goat meal or whatever? I don't know how old that is, but seeing stuff like that maybe show up when you used the class would have been pretty cool. Just some cool animations overall would have made the class at least somewhat worth it. However, no cool animations, no cool skills, no story or anything. You just went to Battle Under B or whatever it is, go to Noobstein and get your class, and that is so boring. Overall, I think the list we made is actually pretty decent, especially for the Undead Legend placement, of course. That honestly, original blue one is so bad.
Can we move the secondary blue one down to why was this chosen as well?
We'll put it slightly ahead of the original one, but yeah, I think that's definitely got to be moved down too. Mm-hmm. It's not something I can enjoy.
Like, I would never pick that up if I was given 100 item of awesomenesses. That would be at the very bottom, like number 98 or 97, if I had to pick it up.
The only reason I'd pick it up is just to go, wow, look at this terrible armor I have. No other reason. I wouldn't wear it. It's just to go, look at this terrible choice I made.
I know how to do that. I make plenty of them.
Okay, I think that's going to be it for the end of the video. Personally, I think our choices, as I said, pretty good. Especially with the Undead Legend choices. The armor itself isn't that good. However, S tier for Darkside is probably the best golden cheeseburger choice ever made. And probably ever will be, because we're never going to get that back as far as I know, and as far as I can expect. Here's Heli doing a backflip. Thank you once again, Heli, for coming on the video. You know, I really appreciate it. And yeah, everyone go check him out. He's going to be obviously tagged in the video title. I'll put him in the description as well. I'm sure you all know him by now. If not, please do go check out his content. He makes really good content. He made a great guide recently for new players or returning players. And yeah, that's going to be it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, you're welcome. I hope that you all have a good day, good night, good evening, whatever time it may be for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.